Hi, I'm Chuck Keller with Bulwark Safety Systems. Today we're going to talk about the ZoneSafe Pedestrian Alert System. What's nice about this system, what I really like about it anyways, is its flexibility because not only can you use it on a vehicle to detect pedestrians when they come within a range of 3 to 9 meters, but you can also automatically turn on or off lights, audible alarms, open doors, open or close gates. You can do, in fact, you can also set up indicators around workstations to identify when a vehicle or a forklift, in many cases, enters that particular area. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate the basic system and how it's set up. This here is the antenna, and you can have multiple antennas on a vehicle. So a typical forklift would just have one antenna. However, if you had a large vehicle with a large boom or a crane, you may have 2, 3, or even 4 antennas so that you expand the range of identification. Now, we identify pedestrians and such using radio frequency identification, RFID tags. And the tags are pretty simple, they're super lightweight. A standard tag will last 2 to 3 years. There's also rechargeable tags that will last even longer. They're tamper resistant, water and weather resistant. The other part of the system is the control unit, and the control unit would be mounted inside the cab or within arm's reach of the driver. It has a mute button on it, and I'll demonstrate here in just a moment how it not only lights up but also has a loud siren to identify when somebody comes within range. This is the pedestrian tag, the yellow one, and so, I'm sorry, this is the driver tag, and the driver tag would carry this with him out to his vehicle. While he's carrying it, he is identifiable by other vehicles because it does have the RFID tag inside. And when he gets to his vehicle, he'll turn on his vehicle. You'll hear the alarm sound reminding the driver to put his tag into the control unit, and then that resets or resets the system and is now searching for other RFID tags that'll come into the area. So I'll go ahead and turn this on as if this were a forklift. It's on, and now we've got the alert reminding the driver to insert his tag. Now that's set on low. We can turn the volume up to medium or high. I've got the dashboard open here. You can open it up on your phone. It's real simple to use, and you can change it quite quickly from low, to example, to high. Hit save. So now I've changed the settings to the high volume setting as well. So now, even with hearing protection, the operator of the vehicle will not only see the visual indicator, but also hear a very loud audible indicator as well. And you get the same signal as you would for a pedestrian entering the area. The other thing that I would touch on as well is that if the operator turns off his vehicle and leaves the vehicle, he's going to get a signal reminding him to take his RFID tag with him so that he's protected from other vehicles, and I'll demonstrate that as well. So he's turned it off, he's left the vehicle, now he's getting the signal to take his RFID tag with him, and he puts it in his pocket and goes about his job. When he comes back to the vehicle, because maybe he had to fix something, get something working, now he comes back, puts his tag back in, and turns his vehicle back on and goes back to work. He's ready to go. So your driver is now operating the vehicle. If somebody comes within range, I'll show you what's going to happen here. This is the pedestrian tag. He comes in within range, and now you can see it has alerted. When he leaves, it resets. Now, if, say for example, the person wants to approach the vehicle and talk to the operator can hit the mute button, it mutes it. You see it's still signaling with a light that the person is close to the vehicle. If another person were to approach, now you get a whole new alarm. letting the driver know that not only do you have one person in the zone, but you've got a second person in the zone. And then we'll just put that outside. Now it's signaling that there's just the one still, and you can mute it until this person then leaves. And now it's completely reset. We also have what is called a tough tag, and this would be used inside of a cone or any kind of, a cone is a pretty common use. You put it on top of the cone, and then maintenance folks can take the cone with them on their vehicle and drive around, and when they're working at a site, they can just drop that cone, and it alerts the forklift operators that he's in the area. There's also the vibrating tag as well. And the vibrating tag is a very powerful vibration, so that when warn on the person is also getting an alert, letting them know that there's a vehicle or a forklift within his area. So that's pretty much it. The system is extremely effective, works very, very well. It's water resistant, weather resistant. It's not affected, or the RFID is not affected by weather or obstructions or anything like that. It's going to see through and around and all those things. So whether you have an intersection where pedestrian and a vehicle are coming within close proximity, you're going to get an alert regardless of whether or not there's an obstruction, a building or something in the way. Also, just as a reminder, the range can be changed using the dashboard from 3 meters to 9 meters, and you can change those settings individually on each antenna unit as well. Also, there is a dashboard that will allow you to, it's called Insight, and it allows you to track data. So you can actually map your facility and get updates and alerts when you have near misses, and you can track where your near misses are occurring the most within your facility, and so that you can identify not only where your largest hazards are, but also who those hazards are, because each RFID tag has its own individual marker that'll show up on the dashboard, so that you can identify who maybe is at greatest risk of being struck by a vehicle. Maybe it's because of the route that they take to their workstation, or maybe the location of the workstation, or maybe the frequency in which they're coming in close contact with forklifts. So there's a lot we can do. If you have other questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to give us a call or email us at safety@bulwark.one. Thank you very much.